Well, today I'll be making gnocchis. Gnocchis is a traditional food from Argentina, and I had to make it today, the 29th, because one of the traditions with gnocchis is that they make and eat them every 29th of every month. So to start off, here I have 2 cups of flour in this mixing bowl, and I'm going to add 2 eggs. So the starting part here is also how you can make any sort of homemade pasta. So 2 cups of flour, 2 eggs, and then right here I mixed up a 1/3 cup of water, some salt, and some oil. So that's all that you need for the pasta. And then we're just gonna mix this up really well here. And then you want to make sure that all the flour gets mixed up really well with the egg yolk and the water mix. And then if needed, you can add more water as well. Alright, and now when it gets to just about like this, when it's all mixed up fairly well, for the gnocchis you add in some mashed potatoes. Now normally to make mashed potatoes I just boil some mashed potatoes and mix them with milk, salt, paprika, but I already had some pre-made mashed potatoes on hand. So for this part I always do it to eye. I don't have an exact measurement of how much mashed potatoes. But you want to get the mashed potatoes mixing really well with the dough here. And then to know this mixed up fairly well, the potatoes you shouldn't be able to discern from the potatoes from the dough. So right here, for instance, you can see that this part is, you can still clearly see this mashed potatoes, and this part right here is dough. So just look up for stuff like that and get that broken up and mixed in very well. Alright. Now right here next to the bowl, I'm going to lay out some flour so it doesn't stick to the counter. And then with pastas, you want to make it so that it's fluffy but not sticky. Just make sure there's a good amount of flour there. And then take the dough from the bowl and you just scrape all of it out and lay it down on where you put the flour. Alright, and just get a little bit of flour over your hands just so it doesn't stick that much. Then you just roll it and knead it until it gets all nice and fluffy and it's no longer sticking to your hands. And then you want to make sure to break it apart in the center so you can get the center all floured up. Alright, now what I'm going to do is use this rolling pin to flatten this down. And then you don't want to flatten it down all the way. Leave it about, I'd say, 1/2 inch thick or so. Alright, that's probably good. And now for shaping them, what we're going to do is I'm going to lay down a little bit more flour on top of it. Alright, and we're going to take a knife and we're going to cut a nice even strip on the side. And then we're gonna cut some little cubes just like that. And you're gonna take each one of them, kind of form into a little ball shape, a lot like that. Okay. All right, now that we've cut and shaped all the gnocchis, we're gonna take them over here where I have a pot going. And we're gonna carefully get them all in the water. All right, and then when the gnocchis start to float like this, that means that they're done cooking. Usually this won't take that long, thankfully. So we're just gonna carefully bring them over, and we're gonna strain them. All right. All right, and now we're just gonna leave them right here to wait while we prepare the sauce. All right, and for the sauce, I have some chopped up tomatoes in here. I'm just gonna add some vegetable oil, just a little bit. Then some salt, some garlic powder, finally a little bit of chopped up cilantro. I'm just going to mix it up really well. I'm going to kind of use this spatula here to break up the tomatoes even more. Alright, now we're just going to move it over here to the stove top. And we're going to put it at just about low temperature. And then every now and then we just use the spatula to move the sauce around so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Good. And now that it's been simmering for a good while and it's nice and bubbly, we can take the sauce out now and we can move it over to the gnocchis. We want to make sure we get all of it in there. And we just mix it up nice and well. Alright, and that's how you make gnocchis.